Namaste. 15th Shlok, 5th chapter. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukritam vibhuhu ajnanena avratam gnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. So Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Yogeshwar Krishna is explaining what happens when we actually renounce the attachment. So what is he saying? Na adatte kasyachit papam nacha eva sukritam vibhuhu. Beautiful word here, vibhuhu. Vibhuhu means omnipresent, omniscient, supreme Brahman. That Brahman does not receive anybody's pap. Na adatte. Adatte means one who receives. Dattam to give, adat to receive. A prefix to any verb in Sanskrit changes the direction of the action. Dat, adat. Ya, aya. Right? And so on. Gam, agam. To go, to come. To give, to receive. Na adatte. Does not receive. Kasyachit. No one's. Papam. No one's papam. Nacha evam sukritam. Sukritam either good work or bad pap. Evil or good. Good or bad actions. Vibhuhu does not receive. Agnanin avratam jnanam. Tena muhyanti jantavaha. Jantavaha is the word for jantu. Jantu is the word for animals. But here Krishna is including humans in creatures, in other animals. So those whose knowledge is covered. Agyanen avratam. Avratam is covering. Right? Jnanam avratam agyanen. By ignorance, if your knowledge is covered, ten muhyanti jantava. Those are the animals that are deluded. Muhyanti, moh. Moh means illusion, delusion. Muhyanti. That action of covering of knowledge by ignorance makes everybody deluded. So the translation says it, the Lord does not receive either the evil or the good deeds of anyone. Knowledge is enveloped by ignorance. I said covered, enveloped, same thing. By it, ignorance, people are deluded. 16th verse, 5th chapter. Gnanen tu tad agyanam yesham nashitam atmanah tesham adityavat jnanam prakashayati tatparam. Aditya, sun. Jnanen tu tad agyanam yesham nashitam atmanam. But for those in whom this ignorance of the self is destroyed by knowledge, jnanen tu tad agyanam yesham nashitam. Nashitam is different, nashtam is different. Nashtam is kind of perished or destroyed automatically, but nashitam, by one's own action, when ignorance is destroyed, then tesham, for those, adityavat jnanam, knowledge shines like sun, Aditya. Aditya, son of Aditi. Aditi is the goddess of the other gods. Also, sun's mother's name is Aditi. Sun is the son of Aditi. So, Aditya. Aditi, Aditya. Tesham adityavat jnanam prakashayati tatparam. Their supreme self shines forth like the sun when ignorance is removed, destroyed by the supreme knowledge. Verse 17th, chapter 5. Tad buddhayas tadatmanas tannishthas tatparayanaha gacchantya apunaravrittim jnana nirdhut kalmashaha. They whose minds are absorbed in that, tad buddhayas, their mind, are absorbed tadatmanas, in that supreme self, whose selves are fixed on that, tat parayana, they are parayan, they are followers of that supreme self. Tannishthas, their nishtha is in that supreme self. Gachanti apunaravrittim. For them, punravritti, that is rebirth, punarjanam, does not take place. They are at the end of their journey of the rebirth cycle. Jnana nirdhut kalmashaha, whose evils or papam, kalmashaha, papam, evils, are shaken off. Nirdhut means shaken off. Nirdhut gives us the Hindi word, Indian popular word, dhul, for soil or dust. For those, the evil are shaken off by knowledge. Yan nirdhut kalmashaha, whose evils have been shaken off by knowledge, go to the end of rebirth. So rebirth stops for them. Verse 18th. Vidya vinayen sampanne brahmane gavi hastini shuni cha eva shvapake cha panditaha samadarshina. Those are the real scholars. Those are the real Gyanis, real Pandits. Pandit is not by caste, not by Varna, not by birth. Pandit is one who has that supreme knowledge. What knowledge? Samadarshinaha. He or she has this equanimity. He is equanimous person. He sees same. Shuni or Shwan, that is dog. Shopake, dog eater or dog cooker. Translator here says dog cooker. I would say dog eater or people who eat the meat of dog. Dog or dog eater. Brahman or cow. Brahmane, in Brahman. Gavi, cows, cattle. Hastini, elephants. Vidya Vinaya Sampani. Those who are endowed with Vidya and Vinaya. Humbled by the supreme knowledge. Vidya Vinaya and Sampanne. They are accomplished by the humility of the supreme knowledge. See them all as same. Whether they see a dog eater, elephant, cattle, or Brahman. Everybody is same for those who have attained the supreme knowledge. By the way, this word sama must have given the English word same. Sama means same. So again, Indo-European connection might be here. Again, sama and same sound, same etymology, same pronunciation, same meaning. Alright, verse 19th. Iha eva taihi jitah sargah yesham samye sthitam manah nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmat brahmani te sthitaha. Those who are established in Brahman, Brahmani, in Brahma, te sthitaha. Sthitaha comes from the root stha, which might have given us the English term situation, situate, sthitaha. They're situated in Brahman, Brahmani, tasmat te sthitaha. Nirdosham hi samam brahmam. They are established in the sinless, spotless, super pure Brahman. Yesham samye sthitam mana. Those whose mind are established in this equanimity. Iha eva taihi jitah sargah. In this world, in this life, they conquer the rebirth process. Jitah, conquered. Sargah here, birth or coming forth. Sargah are that is again the rebirth is conquered. Rebirth process stops for them. Those who have this equanimity of seeing everybody as equal. Verse 20. Na praheshet priyam prapya na udvijet prapya cha apriyam sthir buddhi asammudah brahmavid brahmani sthitah. They are the knower of Brahman, Brahmavid. Brahmani sthitah, and they are established in Brahman. Sthir buddhi, their mind are stable. Again, equanimity. Asammudah, they are not deluded. Sammudah is deluded. Asammudah, they are not deluded. Na udvijet, they do not get affected by prapyacha apriyam. When they receive anything apriyam, unpleasant when they accomplish or when they receive, their minds are not disturbed. Na prayashet priyam prapya, or if they receive anything very pleasant, they are not overjoyed. They are not excited by pleasant, by happiness. They are not disturbed by unpleasant. They are equanimous and they are established in Brahman. Those are the people that are established in Brahman. One should not rejoice upon attaining what is pleasant, nor should one shudder upon encountering what is unpleasant. With firm intellect, undeluded, knowing Brahman, one is established in Brahman. Verse 21. Bayas parsheshu asaktatma vindati atmani yat sukham sa brahma yoga yuktatma sukham akshayam ashnute. One attains eternal bliss, sukham akshayam, which never perishes, ashnute. They reach that supreme bliss when sa brahma yoga yuktatma, when they are connected with Brahm forever. Brahman yogam, when that happens, vindati atmani yat sukham. They find their ultimate bliss in the self, or commonly translated as soul. But the real translation for Atman should be self, not soul, because soul has other connotations. But established in self, they find that ultimate bliss in self. Bias parsheshu asaktatma. From external touch of external forces or external objects, they remain asaktatma. They are unaffected, they are unconnected, unattached with external things. So translated here says, he whose self is unattached to external sensations, who finds happiness in the self, whose self is united with Brahman through yoga, reaches imperishable happiness. So yoga here is karma yoga. Because of the detachment from the consequences or the fruits of actions, one attains that detachment. With that detachment comes equanimity. With equanimity, when they are established in their self, they accomplish the highest bliss. So that completes our 7 verses for now. Thank you and namaste.